Looking to upgrade your condo to a house? Here's exactly what you need to know in 2021. Stay tuned to this episode of Prime Property TV. Promise you, it'll be worth it. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Property TV. So glad you could join me here today. Every week on Prime Property TV, we take a closer look at the Toronto real estate topics and updates that matter the most to you. And on this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how and why you should be upgrading your condo to a house. And make sure, so if you like content like this, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Prime Property channel. The button to do so is somewhere on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Smash it right here. Now, with the pandemic in effect again, there are some more and more people valuing the home as kind of like a sacred place because they're willing to spend more and they're spending more time there, right? You know, spend more time, anyways, especially with the interest rate so low. So commonly items I'm seeing that being asked for right now are like, work from home spaces, office, right? The amount of desktops and kind of like laptops I've seen on kitchen tables lately in showings, it's just insane. It's kind of funny. Then there's a lot of people who ask for outdoor space, maybe some room for exercise equipment and much more. So if you're in a condo right now and are kind of just like hating on elevators, this is how you're gonna upgrade your condo to a house. At the current market, you're 99.9999% that you need to sell your condo first before buying a house because the act of buying a house is just like that much faster than selling a condo. It's just, the pace is just that much faster. So the thing I'm going to address is whether it's the right time for you, and I'm going to be using what I call the gap to kind of give you an idea of whether it is, right? So the gap is basically an idea used to help clients illustrate the example of what the price difference between a condo is and a house. So I generally tend to use the 4 and 6 average condo price versus kind of like a 905 detached home. So if you're looking to upgrade from like say a 4 and 6 condo to a 4 and 6 detached, obviously that gap, it's going to get bigger. And in this kind of example, I don't factor in whether you want a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom because that skews the numbers a little bit, but it's just to give you the idea of whether it makes sense in the market and there's value between the two asset class, right? So back in February 2017, the gap was probably the biggest I ever remember it. The 905 detaches were at the all-time high then, which was like 1 point something million. I'll put it on the screen here. But right before the foreign buyer tax kicked in. And this was also when 4 and 6 condo average price was 550,000 or so. Yeah, 550. That was also including average of 2 bedrooms. It's crazy. Anyways, that meant that the gap was about 573,000, also screen. Let's just say 575 for short, right? And it's a really big gap, more than double the price. But that was then, and the prices of condos start going up faster and faster and faster. Then throughout like late 2019 and 2020, the gap got smaller and smaller and smaller. And I was like saying maybe it's around $250,000 to $300,000. And as an example, I pulled the data for you on the screen here. Like October 2019, the difference was about 280,000, where the 4 and 6 condos was like 662,000, and the 905 was only at like 950,000. That's when I urged a lot of people to make the upgrade because I saw an opportunity in the market in the fall. I'm also pretty sure I put it in the fall market update somewhere. Currently, as it stands right now, during this like a second pandemic or whatever you want to call it, this is where we are. The 4 and 6 condo average price is 625,000, and the 905 is about 1.2, a little bit under that. That gap is almost $550,000. Almost 2017 level. Where is this trend going? Although condos are starting to trend up, they're by nowhere even close to trending and going at the pace that the freeholds are going right now. This gap we're sitting on is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger from here. The pendulum always swings between freehold and condos, and even before the pandemic, I saw signs of the freehold were going to make its comeback. And obviously with the pandemic and all the things that came with, it became instant, right? The pendulum swung right back to the freehold. So if you're looking to upgrade from a condo to a house, you better kind of do it now, especially if you have equity in your condo, because that gap is going to get bigger and bigger in the coming months. Now, it's going to be bigger than 2017, but I'm not saying this to give you kind of like an idea of like FOMO, like fear of missing out or anything. It's just this may be your last chance, and just an announcement to you to get into the freehold market if all things stay the same financially for you. Now, you may not like me for saying that, and it could be your last chance, but there is a good strategy I've been using with a lot of my clients to get into a freehold from a condo. So I've been teaching a lot of clients to use like kind of house hacking idea to help qualify them for like a bigger house and also keep the monthly costs roughly the same or just a little bit higher than the condo. You see, with the interest rate so low, the monthly payments have gone down significantly to own a condo. But what hasn't gone down are the maintenance fees, right? So as the maintenance fees don't really contribute to your equity gain, it's money that isn't growing your wealth and, getting you a bigger house, right? So you can watch more about that in my house hacking video. I'll put it in the top right corner over here. But essentially, it's about finding the right house with the right requirements and using the right banks to kind of offset your mortgage costs with rental income. So you can basically allow you to qualify for 10, 20% more on your house. While yes, you are taking on more debt, but as long as you put a tenant in like parts of your house, you could easily keep your costs down. And here's an example for the numbers I just did with one of my clients last month. You can see the net number only goes up a little bit more when they upgraded from their 2-bedroom condo to a 6-bedroom detached home. Yes, 6-bedroom detached home. It also came with a tenant, so it was just like kind of worked really well. Now that's just food for thought for you, right? Because for those of you who want to upgrade to a house, it works, right? And if this kind of makes sense to you, you can book a call with me, a strategy call. It will be in the link here, which is www.chatwithzen.com. Now, while it's not for everyone, because you are bringing on a tenant living with you, it is one of the fastest ways to get into a freehold because it lets you borrow more money and also keep your monthly costs lower. See, the key to finding the right mortgage and finding the right house of our guidance, we can show you all of this, and then it allows you to kind of do the numbers that I showed you on the screen. Think about it. My clients are paying a little bit more than $500 a month to upgrade from their condo to a house. It's a pretty big house too, it's a 50 lot. So it's pretty awesome in my opinion. It's something that still can't be done right now, but as the gap gets bigger and bigger in the coming months, it's just gonna get tougher and tougher to do. So if this kind of makes sense as a strategy to you, make sure you book that call. Link will be on the screen right here. Until next time, your move, your future. Now that you're done watching this one, how about this one? Oh, you know what? This one's good too. Ooh, this one's really good. You know what? Just watch them both.